Test of significance I'm going to explain in this video. What is then significance? In the last video I have defined that significance. Let me explain once again here. Significance, level of significance. The probability of the values of the variate falling in the critical regions below which there is a rejection of null hypothesis. That level, that values are known as significant levels. And usually we are taking the fixed for 5% level of significance or 1% of significance levels. Okay, then testing of this significance. Let me explain here. The process which helps us to decide about the acceptance or rejection of the null hypothesis for the significant level, that is 5% level or 1% level, is called test of significance. Okay, that is test of significance is a process for which null hypothesis is accepted or rejected for a particular significant level is known as test of significance. And let us suppose that we have the normal population. The population is normally distributed with the mean is equal to mu and standard deviation equal to sigma. These are the parameters related to population. That's why these two are called as parameters. And let x bar is the sample mean, that is known as statistic. Sample mean of the random sample of size n. The size of the sample is n here. Then our sample standard deviation will become sigma divided by square root of n. For sample standard, we know that relation already in the first video of sampling I have explained, with replacement, without replacement and all those things. There I can get standard deviation of sample is sigma divided by square root of n. Using that, the standard normal variate I am defining as z is equal to x bar minus mu. X bar is for sample, mu is for population, standard deviation sigma is for standard deviation for population, and n is for the size of sample. This is called as standard normal variate. Okay, then if z alpha denotes the critical value of the test for a statistic z, z may be any statistic, it may be mean, standard deviation or any other parameter, any other statistic related to sample of a given, for at the given level of significance. It may be 5% level or 1% level. From the, okay, if z alpha represents a critical value, then from the table of normal, we know that if the normal distribution, in normal distribution table we have discussed, the area under that normal curve is given by the table. Therefore, from the table of normal areas, we can say that with the 95% confidence limit, confidence, that is accepted region, z alpha lies between minus 1.96 to plus 1.96. Our 95% of area is lying between the values of z equal to minus 1.96 and z equal to 5. That is for 95% of confidence, or what you can say 5% of significance. Okay, in a two-tailed test, 5% is divided into two types, 2.5 and 2.5. These regions are critical regions. This is acceptance region. Okay, then where is that our confidence interval is going to lie? This is 95% of a confidence. Then what is that confidence interval? How to find out this interval z value between that or mu value between that? To find out that, what I am doing here, modulus of z equal to 1.96. Therefore, minus 1.96 less than or equal to z less than or equal to 1.96. And we know z is nothing but a x bar minus mu divided by sigma divided by root n. That is substituted. and I want to calculate for mu. Therefore, multiplying throughout by sigma divided by root n on both sides, multiplying as it is, and then I want to find out mu. Therefore, minus I will subtract x bar from both sides. Therefore, minus x bar minus 1.96 into sigma divided by root n less than or equal to minus less than or equal to minus x bar into this one. And but I want to find out a positive value of mu. Therefore, multiplying throughout by minus, then signs also changes. Less than or equal to will become greater than. If I am multiplying by minus here, then I am going to get here minus of minus plus x bar plus 1.96 into sigma divided by square root of n. Less than or equal to will become greater than, and minus will become plus mu is greater than x bar minus will become plus, and here my plus will become minus 1.96 into this. This is by multiplying by minus negative. I am going to get this. This interval is known as confidence interval for 95% level. Similarly, for 1% level of confidence interval I can find here. Similarly, from the table of normal areas with 99% of confidence or 1% of significant, z lies between minus, z alpha lies between minus 2.58 to plus 2.58. Okay, for 0.5% here, this is critical region, this is acceptance region. 99% is acceptance, confidence limit, confidence interval, or acceptance region. Therefore, the interval is given by x bar plus 2.58 into sigma divided by square root of n is greater or equal to mu greater or equal to x bar minus 2.58 into sigma divided by root n. This is known as a 99% level of confidence interval. Then what is that confidence limit? I have to explain here. Confidence limit is nothing but a confidence limit. We would like to determine an interval which the population parameters are supposed to lie. Okay, this population must lie. The end points of this interval are called as confidence limits. Okay, this is what confidence limits between these two. This is interval or confidence limits where thus minus or plus 1.96 plus or minus 2.58 etc. are known as confidence limits for 5% or 1% level of significances. Then using this, how to find out the two-tailed test and right tail test, left tail test, all those things we will discuss here. In the test of hypothesis, we concentrate on values of z on both sides of the mean. Such tests are called as a two-tailed test. Null hypothesis, it is not equal to, at that time both left side and left side, this value and this value have to check. Such tests are known as a two-tailed test. Like that, right-tailed test. In the test of hypothesis, sometimes we are interested only extreme value of on right side of the mean. Such tests are known as right-tailed test. Only on the right side we are checking greater than or equal to, greater than we are testing for only for greater than. Okay, parameter, this is parameter, this is a statistic. For parameters we are checking just for greater than. Such tests are known as right-tailed test. Like that, left-tailed test also is there. If we are interested only on the extreme values of the left side of the mean, such tests are known as left-tailed test. Means theta parameter is only we are checking for less than. Such tests are known as left-tailed test. All these things in the detail with an example. Whenever you are solving examples in my next videos, you will understand what is left-tailed test, right-tailed test, null hypothesis, and everything in the problem I will explain in detail again. And before that, you should remember this table for calculation. These values will not be given in the problem, or this one you have to remember these values, that is critical values. I have to remember. The following table gives the critical values of z at different level of significances. For two-tailed test, critical value of for 5% level of significance, the values are plus 1.96. Modulus of z value should be 1.96, and for 1% level it is 2.5. Already explained how it is. Like that, for right tail test it is a 1.645. For 5% level, for 1% level it is a 2.3. Like that, for left tail test only negative side, for 5% negative values. Okay, like this. And next, in my next video I am going to solve the examples on these testing of hypothesis for single mean and all those things. Please stay with me and please support me by subscribing my channel and give the comments so that I can improve my videos, next videos, as well as don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, friends.